Hey, what's going on? My name is Anthony Johnson. I'm a real estate agent in Miami, Florida, and here's a quick update in regards to the unemployment. It's been about a month since I did a video. I apologize. I've been in the middle of moving, and the whole thing with George Floyd kind of threw me off, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm all moved into my new apartment, so I'm getting back into the schedule of doing at least one video a week. I'm being realistic, so I'm going to start with one video a week. And I'm going to be talking about things such as what's going on with unemployment, SBA. I will be talking more about real estate, finances, technology, all the things that I'm involved with. I appreciate the people that have subscribed, all 73 or 74 of you guys. I appreciate it. We're going to grow from here, but let's get right into it. So if you didn't see my last video, pretty much I was in the same boat as everyone else. So for a disclaimer, I do not have any inside information in regards to the unemployment. I've never filed unemployment in Florida before. It was a huge headache. And as a self-employed or independent contractor, we're not typically eligible for unemployment. But with the CARES Act, unemployment was extended out to those who are self-employed and independent contractors such as myself. So these are just tips from my experiences. So just to get started, first things first is you have to be patient. The first thing that we want to focus on is our mental health. And financial hardships tend to stress us out. I was getting there myself. I was running out of money. The only thing that I was focused on paying, and I sold things that I had to. I sold my laptop. I wanted to make sure my rent was paid. I did not want to deal with paying a large lump sum in rent, and I was in the middle of moving. My lease was actually running out, so I just wanted to make sure rent was taken care of as I moved in, or as I got ready to move into a different apartment. Side note, rent prices in Miami are dropping pretty significantly. Me and my girlfriend got a very nice apartment at a very good price, but we'll talk about that in another video. The second tip is to submit a effective date change request. So if you're like me, I submitted an application originally on the 1st of April. Since I submitted that application before the 5th, I had to reapply. We didn't find out that we were denied until, at least I didn't find out until the week of the 26th, I believe. So I had to reapply, and when I reapplied, my effective date was now 4/26 instead of 3/29, which was the original effective date. So I assumed with that, and I'm not sure how I found this link. I was doing a lot of research trying to figure out how to get my back pay. But I assumed that for me to get my back pay, that the effective date had to be the original effective date of 3/29. So I found that link. That link is going to be in the description, and I submitted that form. And I'm not sure if that's the reason why my effective date actually did end up changing after a few weeks of me getting deemed ineligible for the second time. The next tip is to make sure that you're checking your inbox. Make sure that you not only check your inbox, but you enter a date range. I noticed that when I checked my inbox, there was nothing actually showing. Not until I actually put in a date range. So when I put in that date range, I saw a huge list of notices that I didn't see before. Some of them were just to view or just a confirmation, but with these types of things, you want to make sure you see as much information as possible. So make sure that you enter that date range. You may see some notices that are important. And once you actually click these notices and you see what these notices are, that's when you're going to go into the next tip. And that's to fax out any documents that are needed or what they ask for in these notices. Now, when you see these notices in the inbox webpage, if you can't see them, they also send them out via mail. But the thing that I noticed was that these things weren't getting to me, at least until 2-3 weeks after the fact. Some of these notices are time sensitive, especially when you're in need of some payments immediately and you're not getting a notice until 2-3 weeks after the fact. I mean, you're losing out on money. So I made sure that when I seen these notices on the website and I was able to download the PDF, I downloaded that PDF and I also submitted all the forms that they asked for, plus a letter asking for my back pay. Now, I don't know if that worked either, but I kept submitting these fax via my phone. So who has a fax machine in 2020? No one. So there's apps on your phone. I downloaded an app. I paid $10 for a month because I was going to fax them until I actually heard back or I got some type of results. I'm pretty sure there's some apps out there that you can send out a couple of free fax, but I knew I was going to send a fax every day or every other day. So I submitted those facts about every other day, pretty much giving them the documents that they needed. Even though I submitted them in the application, I submitted those docs. My monetary determination was 0, which was a mistake. I don't know how. I submitted my 1099. So I just kept submitting that 1099 and proof of my income during this year. One day I waited in the new waiting room, and then I seen that my status changed from eligible to eligible redetermined. At first I'm like, that's a good thing, right? Because it's saying that, you know, I'm eligible and it was redetermined, but I was already eligible. So what happened was that I got deemed ineligible finally after the second time I applied, and then I got that link for the PUA. Then I I clicked the link, did everything I was supposed to do with the PUA, and then the week after I got an email saying that I was approved or I was eligible, and then when I logged in it said that I was eligible. Now I did get a payment for 2 weeks for PUA, but I was owed like 4 weeks prior than that. And then even after that, I didn't receive the PUA checks for like 2 weeks after that. I only got the state checks, and then my first 2 weeks were on hold for state. So it was all types of stuff going on, but I made sure I kept documentation of everything. I did that, everything was good on that part, but I was still owed those 4 weeks prior to my second application. And then I seen that status change and I kind of like got a little worried. I did some Google search and I seen people saying that they got that same status and then they stopped receiving checks. So I kind of panicked, but another tip I'm going to give you is to not panic over other people's experiences. Now, it's good to see other people's experiences. I recommend that you guys comment and share your experience to give some people some insight. I've been hearing different things from different people. It helped me get some insight. But we don't want to take someone else's situation and then panic, because we don't know if we're going to be put in that same situation. So don't panic. All right. We just want to get that information as some insight. So I kind of panicked, but then I found out that my effective date changed to that 3/29. So that was a good thing. So I realized that it was actually a great thing. And then a couple of days later, I was able to claim those weeks that I wasn't able to claim between 3/29 and 4/26. So after that, I cannot remember the weeks, but I claimed my weeks. I received my state, and then I received the PUA that they owed me for those 2 weeks, plus the 2 weeks that I did not get paid after the first 2 weeks. I know you guys probably just got lost with that, but I was paid money that I was owed, but I wasn't paid that back pay. But once I claimed those 4 weeks, I was able to get that back pay from state like the day after that or 2 days after that, and then the next week I received all the back pay for those 4 weeks from my original effective date. So I got paid everything that I was owed. I just made sure that I got all my documents in. I didn't panic too much. So if you're in a similar situation as me, just make sure you get your documents in and be patient. The money will come. I know a lot of people were saying that the state was just trying to take advantage of the system, getting interest on the money and this, that, and the third. I don't know what they were doing or what they are doing, if it's just them really being slammed. I can tell you, when I first applied, I had to apply or try to apply for like 3 days straight. And I finally got through like in the middle of the night. Like I woke up super early one day. I was like, let me just try to get this done. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was able to actually submit my first application. So their system is really messed up. But I was able to get paid. I'm self-employed. So be patient, hang in there, and make sure you get those forms in. Now, again, I'm going to be posting videos at least once a week. I'm going to start transitioning into talking more about real estate and finances and technology and all the stuff that I'm involved in. So subscribe if you're interested in that. I'm still going to be talking about updates to unemployment, things like the SBA for self-employed people or independent contractors, because I'm dealing with that myself. And if you're not aware that the SBA actually reopened that EIDL grant, so you can get that $3,000 if you're self-employed. The link for that will be in the description as well. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you to my subscribers. I'll see you guys in the next video.